We are on cycle 4. Let's finish up this chapter. Open up your books to page 139. We're starting at the red dot. Then, the beam of that flashlight is hitting me right in the eyes, and she's tripping over stuff trying to get to me. First thing she does is pull the gag off. And I take a deep, deep breath that makes my lungs burn. "It ain't right," she whispers, "keeping your own kid tied up, it ain't right. He ain't the man I thought I remembered, that's for sure." I want to say something, but I'm not sure what, and anyhow my mouth is too dry. She's put the flashlight on the floor, aiming up so she can try to untie the rope. "The man is a genius for knots," she says. I can feel how her hands are shaking as she's fumbling around. Also, I can hear the boards creaking overhead, but I can't be sure. It might be just the wind. There it is, that wind. Remember, that wind is that destruction, the things that destroy his life come through. Loretta goes, "The plan is, Iggy keeps him busy while I get you loose. Now isn't that a good plan? There's enough cops up there to start a war. We'll be safe enough if we get out of this godforsaken place." Her hands are pulling at the rope, nervous and quick, but the knots just keep getting tighter. Finally, she gets this idea to cut the rope on the ragged edge of the boiler. "I saw this on the movies once," she whispers. I forget what movie. She's working the ropes against the sharp edge of that boiler, and sure enough, it cuts through. Just the one cut won't do it, though, and she has to do it twice more before my wrist gets loose, and I can't really help much because my hands are all numb and swollen. "Next thing is this piece around your ankles," she says. "I sure can't carry you up out of here. You think you can walk if I get this loose?" "Yes, ma'am," I say. That makes her giggle. "My, ain't we got polite all of a sudden," she says. "There, that should about do it." My feet come loose and I try to stand up, and I have to lean some of my weight on her. She goes, "Just a second, sugar, let me get this flashlight." She bends over for the flashlight, and then she's making this sound like something is caught in her throat. Two big hands are squeezing her neck. I see how my father is coming huge out of the darkness. He's got his hands around her throat, shoving her back. "You ignorant creature," he says. "I'll teach you to put your hands on my son." Loretta doesn't or can't say anything. She's sinking down on her knees and trying to pull his hands away from her neck. But it's useless. She can't stop him. He's squeezing her dead with his bare hands, and no one can stop him. No one. No one. That's an intense way to end this chapter. So I'd like you to tell me what just happened here. Since we started reading at the red dot in this chapter, what is going on? Yes, uh, Loretta is trying to save Max, and trying to free him from this basement, get him out of there. However, uh, Kenny Kane catches her and starts to choke her. And that's where we're going to leave for today. We will get the climax or the peak of our story tomorrow. When you're done, I'd like you to move on to your exit ticket.